Hey guys, how are we all? Welcome back to AFC Game by Game. This is probably the most amateur video that I'm going to have made all season. Hopefully, I promise when I've got a little bit more free time on my hands, I will have the original setup back at some point. But I'm really struggling for time at the moment. If you don't know, I've been doing a lot of stuff on the Gooner Ramble. I'm going to be doing stuff for the Gooner Talk, AFC stuff. So doing a lot of Arsenal related content this season, which is really, really exciting from a personal perspective. I just would like to be able to keep up with AFC game by game as well. So I'm trying to do this video at least to give you something, despite just filming it on my iPhone for the game on Tuesday night. It's a game I'm very much looking forward to. Arsenal coming up against PSG. This is horrendous. This is actually abysmal. But yeah, Arsenal coming up against Paris Saint-Germain on Tuesday night. It should be a good game. I'm looking forward to playing PSG. They're a team that my generation can't really say we've seen face. It's a PSG team that's filled with excitement. Arsene Wenger came out and said that he doesn't really think that the loss of Ibrahimovic to Paris Saint Germain is going to subside their quality. But speaking personally, I really do think that Ibrahimovic is a massive blow to PSG, having moved to Manchester United this summer on a free transfer. A lot of what PSG did seem to be channeled through him, and with Edison Cavani now filling that void, he just really does not seem to be living up to expectations that I think PSG fans expected of him. He's done a good job playing out on the right and the left-hand side, but I really think that's dented his confidence. As you see now, he's playing in that striking role that he so desperately wanted, and it's not working too well for him. Notable mentions for players like Di Maria. I'm not particularly scared of him. He cowed his way out of England, so I'm not particularly worried about Di Maria. Verratti is the player that naturally scares me, and he's a player that could dictate the midfield, but I think if we're going to line up with Santi Cazorla, Granit Xhaka and Mesut Ozil, we should have the majority of the possession in this game, despite going away from home. That's a team that knows how to keep possession, it knows how to ping the ball. If we were to play Mohamed Nene ahead of Santi Cazorla, given that Cazorla is coming to 32 now, it might be in our best interest to give him a rest in this Champions League game. And I would have no doubts whatsoever in the quality of Mohamed Nene in a game of this stature. Apart from that, I expect the team to be pretty much the same. Alexis Sanchez to come in for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Theo Walcott on the right-hand side again. He's been playing some good football this season. He wasn't particularly great against Southampton, but then again, no one particularly was. Olivier Giroud, I'd expect him to come in for Lucas Perez. And on that note, we've got some fantastic options off the bench in this game. We've got Perez off the bench if he's not to start. We've got Iwobi. We've got Mohamed Nene. All these players I'm assuming won't start the game. But the way we can rotate the team is absolutely fantastic. Not forgetting players like Kieran Gibbs as well. We've even still got Matthew Debussy in this team as well. So all these options we've got. The team that I want to see in full would have to be Petr Cech in goal, Hector Bellerin, Laurent Koscielny, Mustafi, Nacho Monreal, Granit Xhaka, Santi Cazorla, Theo Walcott, Mesut Ozil, Alexis Sanchez, and Olivier Giroud up top. But I'll be happy with any team that starts. I really do think we've got the potential to go out there and beat this PSG team. I would be happy with a draw. I just want to see Arsenal put in a good performance. If we can come away with a point in what is our toughest game in the group, I'll be happy with that. If we're putting in a strong performance, like we're trailing the game right up until the final whistle, and we get a win in the 94th minute. If we get a draw, should I say, in the 94th minute, I'd be happy to take that. But I do think the potential is there to start this group in the right way by getting a win against PSG, and then that should really set the tone for the rest of this group. We can definitely beat every other team in Basel, Ludogorets, and we should beat PSG at home. I expect us to top this group. There's no doubt in my mind that we've got the capabilities to top this group. We've just got to knuckle down and not make the same mistakes we did by playing the likes of David Ospina and Matthew Debussy in the way that we did last season. And we can't underestimate opposition. PSG we can't underestimate. Maybe against Basel and Ludogorets we can rotate the team a little bit, but I still want us to take this competition seriously whilst we've got a chance of I wouldn't say winning it, but we've got a chance of going far in it this season, especially if we can top the group. I'd like to see Arsenal do well. We're a big club in Europe and we should be competing for the biggest prizes. So we've got to start this group right by getting a win out there against PSG on Tuesday night. As I say, my team lineup, get yours in the comments box below. My score prediction for this game will be it's going to be a 2-0 win to the Arsenal, I think. It's going to be tough breaking down at PSG team. They've got a very strong defence. Marquinhos and Thiago Silva lining up at the back. They've got some good fullbacks in as well, one of them being Kazawa, a very dangerous player at fullback. It doesn't really help that they've got rid of David Luiz because him playing probably would have worked to our strengths. But this is a very vulnerable PSG team and one that we can certainly get a win against. Anyway, my arm is incredibly achy now, having held my iPhone for a good 5 minutes now. Please get your score predictions, your team lineups, all that good stuff in the comment box below. Drop a like on this video. Again, massive apologies for the quality of it. I know it's incredibly amateur, but just trying to work around my schedule at the moment. I will try and get something a little bit more professional done in the coming weeks and months, but when I'm going back to uni, that may prove to be somewhat of a difficulty. But yeah, be sure to follow me on Twitter and keep up with everything that I'm doing at simplycookie_. As I say, like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to AFC Game by Game, and as always, I'll be speaking to you very, very soon.